The question is, I was given this thing right here about, well, a year ago on next week, I think. And it was in this thing here, I'm pretty sure. And I was told to keep it in this thing. So, and I'm going to use it. I have a project. I've just had so many side jobs that, you know, but I was given this, Mr. David Cave handed this off to me to try and I guess report back, you know, and you know, I'm going to get it done, but I ain't got it done yet. So, what brought this question, if I may pose one here on the internet, you know, if you don't know the answer, ask your best friend and type both comments in there as to what you both think about it. Just saying. When I was, this is a work in progress here. I work on it every now and then, you know, between stuff, and it's come to the point now. It's kind of ready for paint. Move it on. Get started up, and I'm gonna paint this engine red. I'm pretty sure. I have an extra one of these now. Is what brought this whole idea to my head, and I'll share it with you. It's kind of interesting, I guess. Is I have an extra one of these now, but I also have an engine in queue to be on the workbench next, and it's Tony's engine. I had a friend some years ago that passed away, Tony Bacon. He was a cool dude. I like Tony. Yeah, I think we had a pretty good friendship there. Mutual admiration, I guess, because, you know, Tony knows some stuff. Yeah. But and I bring that to mind in this instant here, this connection of the question for the week is, I have this now to use on that engine in there. So, you know, it's like I was going to need one at some time. So I'll go ahead and use this one on this modified engine. This engine's going to run backwards too. I didn't mention that. And it's a hit and miss. So, and Tony was he was for original stuff, but he knowed about, he could get an engine running. If you had an engine and you get Tony over to look about it, you know, before he went home, he'd have an engine running. Tony knows about engines, steam engines also. Tony knows some stuff, so all I'm going to say about that. He was a cool dude. Where the loss for him be gone. But, and I bring all of this to mind to the point that it's always taught that when you have an igniter on an engine, whatever brand it is, you got an igniter on there, and you also have a magneto here. And the magneto's hooked to the igniter. That's what runs the engine. Okay? It's always, say that the engine was hard to start with the magneto. So you needed to disconnect that magneto and put a battery and coil to it to run the engine. Okay, then you could disconnect that, connect the magneto back, and carry on the rest of the day. 100% of advisement is never connect both of them at one time, that it zaps the mag immediately. Well, Tony passed away, and Mike Knight, he done handed off me engine that Tony owned, a Type M. Both of them knew I was that I worked on these engines, and so Mike done give it to me, and I'm gonna fix it up in memory of Tony Bacon. But I've seen him do it more times than once, is the reason I'm saying that it can be done. But I think somebody else would have a failure if they did it. But like that engine sitting there running on a battery and a coil, you know, beep, 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 beep. Okay, and he wants to put his magneto going. Well, instead of disconnecting all this, he just hooked the magneto up and then disconnected this. You know what I mean? Both of them was running at the same time for a short period of time. And it didn't hurt the engine at all. You know, I'm just saying, the engine run the same thereafter. It never zapped it out. You still started on battery and coil and changed it over. It didn't improve it or it didn't disapprove it. I'm just throwing that in there for consideration. Put on the table, so to speak. But the question is, so that brings us to the zest of this. Well, I've got this. That's that FX1 took apart. I should tell us about that before I go any further. But not to be delayed so I can carry on. And the question is, in all seriousness, that I can interject is, I was gifted this magneto magnet. This is the part that goes on to the pole pieces down there, the housing, in order to convey it to the armature, like right in there somewhere. But the question is, and I'm not going to get them too close together because one of them will sure enough affect the other one. If you wonder what I'm doing over here. But Jim White gave me this. Thank you, Jim. If you're looking for an engine cart, Jim White's got engine carts. They're really good. I think you get some skids with them, even, you know, what I made spoke wheels and all. But anyway, Jim done give me this. It's international. If you look onto it here, it's got that IH logo right there. And he discovered that, so he thought I would want this. Okay, when he handed it to me, this is the way that, and Jim is he knows about engines and magnets and magnet chargers, and that's another thing too. I think Jim hook you up with a magnet charger also. I'm pretty sure still got them. I have one, and I would assume that Jim would be quite versed on magnetos to know about magnetism, like a lot, I would think. I was just thinking out loud. But he gave me this, and do you notice something about it? Have you already made note over in your, like, something? On the blank page, whatever, see, I'm not disconnected at 100%, I'm just rolling it down, and it is quite powerful. But this is the way he gave it to me. He had went to the trouble to cut this bottom keeper and affix it to the magnet. I assume he charged and then put this here, and then this is the way I got it. The question is, did it need this pole piece? Leave a comment. Did it need this keeper onto this magnet? Okay, as you're pondering that, I'm going to put it way over here. Mr. David Cave, which is doctor, and I assume he knows about enough to build one even, which I think Jim could build that thing too. I think both of them could handle it. Anyways, this is the way I got it, and I was told to keep it in here. I was told it was the most powerfulest thing, and it is. It's amazing. I've done already played with it, and I've done already got a bunch of metal shavings on it. I'll have to get away from it because I was trying to run a motor with it. But this right here is a horseshoe magnet for a John Deere 1.5 engine. And Mr. David Cave sells these. And it's a fabricated, it's a brilliant. It's brilliant. You put it on that magneto, and it's as good as you can get, they say. So, and the thought out process in order to do this, it's something. So anyways, I have this to use on that John Deere engine that's in Q. It's the reason I've not already had it onto the Magneto. But thank you, David Cave, PhD doctor. Let's just say whatever it is. It's something electronic, maybe. Anyways, I'm supposed to keep it in this bag so that it won't attract, and it will. If you get close stuff, you pick up everything on the bench with it. It's really powerful, and I think it's a brilliant idea. But also, it come to my attention yesterday that somebody has copied this idea and bent an arm bar in that shape and embedded some square type thin magnets in there. The same principle as this, but there's another style even on the internet now for sale. But the question, you should get something out of one of my videos, and this is it. Mr. David Cave handed me this in that bag, and you notice something about it. It don't have a keeper on the bottom. Okay, how come that this they serve the same purpose? They do the same thing, just different brands. So why did Mr. Cave, Dr. Cave, why did he come to the conclusion that he didn't need a keeper here as opposed to Jim to go to trouble to make a keeper that actually fit? That's the question for the week. Leave a comment from here in Middle Tennessee. Shop Dog Sam here on the YouTube, and we're located here in Middle Tennessee, the geographical center of something. You all know all that right there. Thumbs up, ring the bell. I'm just saying. I think it's, well, y'all come on back.